Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch or would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Cartier Santos de Cartier watch in stainless steel with a white dial, reference WSSA0018. I'll tell you a little bit about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement, finally try it on, and give you my thoughts. So let's start with just a tiny bit of history. In 2021, Cartier revamped their Santos and made the product that you're looking at today. Yes, that's right. Before it was slightly different, and now they really revolutionized it. Well, I wouldn't say revolutionized it. I would say they evolved it into what you see here today with just much more refined than it was previously. And you'll see what I mean by that when I get into the specifics of the watch in just a few minutes. With that said, the Santos has this classic shape that you see. Kind of looks like a square, but a little bit longer, almost like a rectangle. But the head of it is, or the dial at least, is a square, and it's instantly recognizable. It's got these exposed screws, square head, and this integrated bracelet. So Cartier has been doing these integrated style bracelets via this Santos watch for quite some time. Actually, I want to say, at least from their website, they say they've been doing it since 1904, when they have a little history thing where they say Louis Cartier wanted to do some work with this Brazilian aviator named Alberto Santos Dumont. They did some stuff and they created a watch and blah, 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 blah. Here we are, 100 years later, they're still producing this Santos in honor of Alberto Santos Dumont. Anyways, the point being here is that the Santos has been around for a very long time, like 100 plus years, and they have evolved it into the final product that you're looking at right now. Okay? All right. So with that said, that's a little bit of the history. Let's talk about where this watch stands in the lineup of other similar Santoses. Now, the Santos, as you can imagine, since it's one of their main lines, one of the most desirable, might even say it's their most desirable line of watches. They make it in every kind of variation you can imagine. Steel, which is what you're looking at, I don't want to say cheapest. Cheapest is not the right word for it. Maybe the least expensive is the steel version that you see here. They make that in several colors: green, black, white, blue, whatever. A lot of different colors. They make it in different materials, steel and gold. They even make it in yellow gold. They even make it in rose gold. They even make an open work version of this. So they make a lot of different variations of the Santos. But what we're going to focus on today is the Santos with no complications, just time, date only. Simplest thing you can imagine. 3 hands and a date, which is kind of a standard watch. 3 hands and a date. All right, so with that said, let's start talking about the watch itself, starting with the case. Now, the case, as I told you, it looks like a square, but it's not exactly a square because the dial is a square. Yes, that is true, but the case looks a little bit rectangular because from the 9 to 3, you have the attachment of the bracelet, which makes it look kind of like a rectangle a little bit. And what is pretty interesting, let's first talk about the dimensions. It's 47.5 by 39.8. Okay, let's call it 47 going from 12 to 6 o'clock position, 47 millimeters. And it's 40 millimeters going from 3 to 6. So this is the size large. They make small, medium, large, extra large even, and this is the large. It's going to fit like 90% of the men out there. Okay, now that is the case. Now, interestingly, this square case has been around for quite some time with Cartier, and no one really gives them enough credit because, for example, there is a new watch that has a square look to it from Patek Philippe, and that watch is called the Cubitus. And the Cubitus is kind of like a Santos in that it has the same square. Now, you could say that they copied it from Santos, maybe not. But the fact is that shapes, you cannot patent shapes. So any company can make a square shape. Cartier has just been the most famous of all the companies to make square shapes. And the Santos is a testament to that. I think they probably are the most well-known company to do it as well. Other companies have done it, such as Bell and Ross and such. Okay, anyways, let's look at the case a little bit further. Here's what I like about the case is that it is large, but it wraps around the wrist very well. And it has a curvature to it. It's not too big. 47 millimeters going top to bottom is not very big. It's about the size of a Daytona or a Datejust. It's not that big going from 12 to 6, such that the bracelet, which connects and is an integrated bracelet, and I'll get to what that means in just a moment, but it makes the watch match very well. Or let's say, I should say match, I should say fit to your wrist very well. It doesn't have a, very pronounced flare to it, which some integrated watches do. All right. Okay, well, the case has a nice beveled edge to it. It's quite thin. The thickness is only 9.3 millimeters, call it 9 millimeters. So you have a nice rounded profile with a thinness, which makes the watch really sit flat on your wrist and curve nicely to your wrist. And the result of it is a very sleek design that Cartier is actually well known for. And if you look at let's move on to the bezel here. Now the bezel has a bezel, and then it has these sort of exposed screws. Now other brands do this, such as Richard Mille, such as Audemars Piguet, and Cartier does it as well. Hublot does it. Cartier does it here in their square Santos. And these screws kind of run down the side of the bracelet so that the watch looks integrated. That's what I mean by integrated. It looks like all one piece, like the watch was all designed at one moment. Probably it was. And that's the result you get here. Interestingly, Cartier, also a leader in this, they don't get enough credit for it, but they have a detachable bracelet without using any tools. And I believe they were doing this detachable bracelet long before any other brand such as AP or anyone else. They were doing this. And you can change it to a leather strap, which some people would like to do, because sometimes you don't always want to wear it on a metal strap, or they can even change it to rubber. So that is pretty cool. You just simply press the button on the bottom, and you can take it out. And there's not really any risk of it coming out because of the way that they have it set up. It's not gonna, you're not just gonna be able to pull the bracelet off, even if it's in the unlocked position. You'll see what I mean if you have this watch on you. Okay, anyways, that's I guess I talked about the bracelet too, right? The bezel and the bracelet. Let's talk about the dial here. Now the dial, this one just happens to be white. They actually call it silvered opaline dial, okay? But, basically it's white. They use this blue sword hands, which is very typical Cartier, with these black Roman numerals, which also is, again, typical Cartier. It looks really sharp and classic. Roman numerals are always going to look quite classic, all right? Okay, that is the bracelet, the bezel, the dial. Let's talk about the movement here. Now, Cartier also does quite a nice movement here. It's a self-winding mechanical movement. It has the calendar, hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, not terribly exciting about that. But what is exciting is that they have it in just a very thin case of just 9 millimeters. Now, they don't show the movement, which probably tells me it's not the most beautiful movement in the world, because otherwise they probably would show it. But it does what it's supposed to do, which is tell time and be automatic and be reliable. So those are the things that it has to do. And for this amount of money, I couldn't really expect them to show that. They have other watches that they do show their movement, such as their open work, which is also very cool, or their skeleton watch, I guess you'd say. And we do sell that at Jazz Time as well. So if you like that one instead. But that one's more like $40-something thousand. But okay, anyways. So that's the movement. Now, time for me to try this watch on my wrist. Now, I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and as you see, this watch is a very nice fit for me. Perfect fit for me, actually. I wouldn't go bigger or smaller, and so I can recommend it for those who have a 7-inch wrist or larger. And so what are my thoughts about the Santos? Well, it's let's first talk about the price point. It's around $8,250 retail price. We're selling it for the 7s at jazztime.com in 2025. So you have to always take that into context. It's a, more or less $8,000 watch. And for that price point, it should be good. It shouldn't be amazing, right? But it should be good. And then this one definitely is that. The bracelet should feel, high quality, which it does. and the head of it and everything else like should look and feel like a watch of that caliber, and it definitely does. And it comes from a major brand. Cartier is right up there. They're doing a lot of business. So for that reason, I'm definitely going to give this watch a 2 thumbs up for those who want to start their collection or just want to get into the brand of Cartier and they want to try out Santos and they don't want to break the bank. It's a great watch. You can wear it in formal settings as well as less formal settings. So it's a very good watch. So if you'd like to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.